Hello guys, how are you today? I was looking at the button and it looked like it was pausing and I thought, do I talk now? Do I talk later? And I just clicked that button 3 times to get that card to go away so we could record this game. I gotta get a better mouse. I mean, it's a good mouse. It's a high-end, expensive gaming mouse. Ooh, and I hate it. What can I say? I hate it. Okay, I'm just going to run over here to the houses. Remember I was saying I felt like I was cheating having that one because it's not going to be part of this farm. So I removed it yesterday, last night actually, when the last item came ready. I just deleted it. Yeah. It's like, if you're going to make a commitment, then make a commitment. And if things get uncomfortable or uneasy or it's harder than you thought it would be, it's like, suck it up. You made a commitment. So I'm only going to have one farm, only the buildings for one farm. I keep wondering what that's going to mean for storage. I've got to make that decision too. I mean, a lot of the shop things are all about storage. And I mean, I guess we could conceivably say that yes, a farm does sell their produce, right? So that's a thing. I can get this. Oh, well, I could. Oh, wait, I have enough. Oh, be still my beating heart. Oh my gosh, that would make life nice. And I mean, having a couple of trucks kicking around, that seems, legit. Like for the veg, I mean, I could park those. That seems okay. This one, I mean, maybe a fresh produce stand out at the main road. We need a main road. We need a main road. Yes, I will need certain roads within the farm, which will be very different than a community. I hadn't thought of that. Ooh, there's a thing. And then, of course, fish. I mean, I don't know. Should we make... I don't know how to make docks. If we could make docks out into the water, we could have little fish shops around that. No, that's different too, though. That wouldn't be on the farm, would it? I gotta find a way to justify some of these things. Help me cheat people. Yeah, so there's, that's going to be another problem. I mean, getting the warehouse in, that's going to be helpful. That will be our main store, and barns. Maybe I just have to use a lot more barns than I'm used to. I mean, a clothing shop, that's one's a no-go. I have no idea how to justify that either, so that's a no-go. This one seems highly unlikely. That's a no-go. Yeah, I can't, man, I don't see how I can do the fish either. The mushroom market, yeah, that's not going to happen either. The flower shop, now the flower shop, absolutely, because it's going to be mostly a flower farm. There will be other things on it, but that, these we can use for storage, absolutely. Yeah, see, I don't know. Ooh, this is going to hurt. I hadn't thought of that. If we're actually having this as a farm. Dang, guys. Well, there's the thing. Roads I hadn't thought of. I guess we'll have no train because, how many farms have their own private train system? Now, having said that, okay, I can tell you with complete honesty that there was a time in life when, that's got to go up to 5, when I had a train system in my backyard that I could ride in. Yeah, my dad was built a fort. Yes, I had my own fort. It was pretty cool. I had a fort in the backyard, and I had a train that I could get on and drive around. Yeah, I've loved trains for a very long time. I mean, the train was basically a plywood box, but it ran on its own track around the back garden. It was epic. I loved it. I could get on at the back door and then drive around the garden to my little fort that was up in a tree. Because I've always loved being up in trees too. That's not new either. I just realized something. I have not changed since I was 6. I keep waiting to grow up, and apparently 6 was my, that was the epitome of how far I was getting, folks. That's all I got. Oh my goodness. Well, there you go. So we got to take care of our little bees. Biz. Now, I want you to notice the cash is okay. I've had a lot more last night, but I've got a lot more coming in here too when we go harvest all that Swiss chard, right? It finally opened up yesterday, and I was over the moon happy. It's like, bring it on. So at some point here, when the land is opened, I am going to have to just start removing a whole lot of stuff. Yeah. I've got to start getting that warehouse leveled up. I think it just became available. I don't think I could buy it yesterday morning, but I might be able to buy it now. Because that would be great. And that means, of course, the more diamonds we're spending on the warehouse, then the less we're spending on buying land. Ouch. So we're going to have some place where we got a whole lot of barns going on, like lots and lots and lots of barns. That is going to be crazy. Because, I mean, if you look, the barns are, they're nice because they give, all the resources right across the board, but it's only 100 each. Where something like this is storing 480. That's almost 5 barns. This is 550. Oh my goodness. 800. Ew. If we had some sort of high hedge system where I could put a few of those in and then just hide them, I might I might do that. I don't know. I hadn't thought of any of this before. I hadn't thought of any of this till right now. And fish are always the hard one because although I'm going to have a lot less fish than I usually do, so that will help. Because fish, I mean, you just get so many of those. On Air Dutch, even with the small fish farm I have, I mean, you're getting, thousands and thousands and thousands of fish a daily. It's insane. It's crazy how many fish you get all the time. And if you're not storing them, then you're just wasting them. So that's no good. Or the game rapidly deteriorates into fish selling are us, that you'll just be, oh, full. Okay, let's go, let's take our fast travel back and sell some veg. We'll be able to store lots of vegetables because keeping a bunch of old pickups kicking around sounds brilliant, right? That sounds good. Got to have one up by the main house, and then at the different barn sites and different storage sites and silos and things like that. That's all, I guess, good. Because we will be a bit of a mixed farm. We're obviously not just a tulip farm. That will be the focus. That will absolutely be the number one focus, are flowers. Not tulips necessarily, but flowers. But lots of tulips. We got to really go heavy on tulips for this one. Seems only proper. See, the little tulip station last time was obviously a portent of things to come. But who knew at the time? So you had 21 million. That's good. That's about where I was last night before I don't know, planted a bunch of Swiss chard or something. I don't know. But look at the diamonds we have. I've got definitely enough to buy 2 lots today. Maybe by the end of the day it'll be 3. I am so happy. But we'll get this cleared up. Actually, at the end of this row, I'm going to check and see if I have anything I should be planting for questing. Because questing is going to be really, really important here. I'm just going to check something down at the end of this row, like that. So I want that badly, but that's 100, and that leaves me 8, and that's not so good. And I want to get this started, and that is 75. And there was something else I wanted last night. I thought it was 50. What bejeebers was it? Oh, well, they got to get started on that. I can't think what it was. Well, I don't know. There was something I wanted to pick up last night, and I thought I didn't have enough ribbons to do that. I don't know, unless it was that. Maybe it was that. But, oh, this one. That's what I wanted for 50. I wanted the farmhands. Yes, badly. So we're looking at 175, 200, and, oh boy, yeah. I need more. Lots more. So we've got to be doing some questing. Quest now, please. Oh, somebody just sent me a picture in Scotland. They're out hiking. It's not fair. It's beautiful. They're walking along a river I've never seen, but it's very pretty. It's just popped up on my other monitor here. It's quite lovely. And actually, let me check on questing items in case we have... How many of these do we need? I wonder. You know, I feel like the ultimate lazy here that I don't bother to go check the quest log. I just plant one because with the mod on, these go so fast. You can just harvest one and see what pops up. And then only 20 broccoli and 20 ginkgo. I mean, like I should go check the ginkgo and see if it's ready. There we go. All done. Well, that was fun. And the ginkgo is right there. As close as I can get is over here somewhere, right? Yeah. Yippers. I guess we'll keep working on jam as much as we can. And that's another thing with the warehouse is you just need so much milk and cheese. Well, cheese and jam. I mean, you need a lot of everything, but you need a lot of those, and I am nowhere near far enough ahead of that game. Well, I guess we'll have to wait for the next round. Okay, let's get back over to here and finish just harvesting whatever's on the fields right now and get ready for the next round of all the things. So no train system, only 3 or 4 houses tops. I mean, maybe it should just be the 3. I mean, justifying a guest house is easy. That seems fine. The playhouse for the kids is great. A staff house seems not only justifiable but important. So I suppose I could go with the 4. They're going to live in the castle because obviously they own this whole valley of land. They're very rich. Oh, and the family has been here for so long. It's all good. But the storage, I hadn't... Oh, what am I doing? I'm just plowing along. No worries. I hadn't even thought about the storage issue. If I'm trying to stay true to... This is a single farm. I mean, I guess we could just... I could have one of each pretty easily. I could definitely justify one of each. We could just have a roadside market area where they, you know, we've got all this other produce. It's, I mean, maybe it's more like, you know, it's our kitchen garden. It's our stuff that we grow for us. We have an excess because we're great farmers and we're just pumping this stuff out. And we sell the excess. And of course, you know, we're supporting a good ecology. Diversity is important. We need the trees. We got to take care of the bees, right? And flowers we're planting a lot of different kinds of flowers, so that's some kind of diversity. But having the other things in, I mean, if we want to be, you know, not just a single big monoculture horrid place, then it's easy to, you know, we've got the other things. That's good. And of course, then you've got to do something with them. So selling them, I guess, is okay. So I could justify one market area, but that doesn't mean, you know, 15 fish stalls. Oh my goodness. I don't think so. Oops. It's too bad though. Darn. No little train. Oh well, my last farm was all about the trains, so that's okay. This is fine. So yeah, if you have ideas that will fit into this, I'll be looking for them. It'll be lovely to hear about them. Do we need to water? That one doesn't even need watering. I guess I have been. Good job. We'll get this done. So anyway, yeah, it's been a busy night. I was in here for a while. Lucy was over a couple of times. Thank you, Lucy. I was talking to Lucy last night. We were talking about games and The Sims. It was one that came up, and it's funny. I had a relative actually a few weeks ago ask me about The Sims. We were talking about building houses and stuff like that. I don't play The Sims very much. This Molly series that I'm doing is actually it's a real stretch for me. It's pushing me out of my comfort zone and teaching me to relearn the game when there have been a list of new things added since the last time I played the game. And the funny thing is, like I've said before, The Sims is probably the one game I have played more than all other games combined, even with the many, many thousands of hours I've had in some games. The Sims has been the one that I've played the most. But that started back, with its first release decades ago. And I played it a lot back then, and I haven't played it near as much in the last few years. So the last few years, it's changed a bunch. It's a whole new game for me. And I'm actually playing it now. Mostly I build. I like building in the Sims. I like building houses, building stories to go with them, building different families with different needs and drives and aspirations and things they want to do, and trying to build that dream house that will take them there, get them what they want to have in life. And I've created whole maps where I removed every building on it and built it all myself. But back in The Sims 3, I think Sims 4 is when I started kind of going off The Sims a lot. It's not the game it used to be by any means. They removed a lot of things that they should not have removed, but whatever. It is still a fabulous game. It's just not as fabulous as it used to be. And I kind of moved into a lot of other things at that point, but oh well. But I am enjoying it. I'm loving it. But anyway, they were saying they were getting into The Sims, and they were saying, like, you've done all this building. I've seen your old, some of your streams from years ago and stuff like that. And purple tomatoes. Okay. But how do you figure out what to put in a house or how to build it? And it's learning the game is one thing. Learning the tools, where the buttons are. That's the kind of stuff that I need reminders of right now. But it's different knowing how to actually then build a house. Like, what do you do? Where do you put things? How do you decide what needs to be in it? And I was having this conversation, like I said, with a relative a couple of weeks ago. And then here at home as well. It sort of came up very recently, within the last few weeks at the most. And then it came up again last night. So what I'm going to be doing today at some point, I don't know if it'll get online today or tomorrow, but I'm going to be doing a little something about, how I start to build a house. Like, how do you make the decisions? Ooh, this is going to help nicely with diamonds. So anyway, I'm going to be doing one of those today. I don't know what to call it, but because a lot of building things in The Sims or Minecraft are just about, here's a great thing I thought of, copy me. And I have never really had any particular desire to do that, because, what's that thing? Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, and teach a man to fish and he'll eat for the rest of his life. And it's like, yes, I could just build a house and say, here's how to copy mine. And it's, why would I want to do that to somebody? Wouldn't it be better to teach them how to build their own ideas? I don't know. But that's basically what I'll be doing today. Teaching men to fish. That's what I'll be doing today. I hope. I mean, I don't know if I'll do it well, but I'm going to be trying. And it's for you, Lucy. Oh, goodness. And I do appreciate the help in here. It was nice. Come back this morning and see all that cash there. I'd had about 20 million last night, but then the Swiss shard became available, and it was like, squeeze, start planting that sucker. Let's go. And I just picked up another quest. I hope I didn't have to plant those. I have all of these things, and now I can't plant them. Oh, black peppercorns. Well, that's too bad. Oops. Okay, so we have to plant. I will do the planting later. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hanging out. We're going to be able to buy 2 lots, and maybe that means these 2 just to fill that block in, and we'll have this great big nice place. We can start building our ocean. I'll just start moving the fish into this area and running it down there, and maybe we'll start building our shoreline in our fishing area as best we can. Ooh, we have clams. Good, good. Well, we got them up a little bit and snagged a few clams. So see, that linked area is working, but I want lots of blue water. I do not want a solid wall of fish. I don't like the way that looks. And, you know, here when you're leveling quick, that's one thing. If this is temporary, you're putting up with it. If it's a fish farm, it's different because that's what you expect it to look like. But I don't imagine we're going to be seeing a lot of that sort of thing out in the ocean. So I do want a lot of blue out there to balance it. But anyway, lots of things to consider for this one. All of a sudden, it's starting to feel like a challenge. Yeah, there's the thing. Thank you guys for being here. I will see you again tomorrow, and I hope you are having a wonderful Monday. And looking forward to another brand new week with all the fun things and new choices you get to make this week. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for everything you do for me.